Alright, we're back with the same scene. First thing I want to do is go ahead and group those lights and also double click to name this as ground. I'm going to select the light, shift select all the lights. I'm going to group them and just name them lights just to keep it organized and for parenting and linking later on and so forth. Okay, so we're ready to set up a sky dome. So back to my perspective view, and I'm also going to put those lights in a layer and lock them. That way I won't accidentally move the lights. Alright, I'm going to go to create NURB primitive sphere. The reason we're using a NURB is because it's inherently smooth, so it will work better than a polygonal model, because polygonal has more polygons and also you have to smooth it to make it smooth looking. So I'm going to go ahead and create a sphere. It should be right in the center and pretty small, so I'm going to size it up till it's large enough to surround my scene. Okay. Well, when you're working with NURBs, you need to make sure that you're in the surfaces menu. So with this selected, I'm going to go to right click isopalm. I'm going to grab this isopalm in the center and then go to edit NURBs, detach surfaces. That'll allow me to delete the bottom half. Alright, with that selected now, this is now selected, I can click delete and that'll delete that half. Okay, so we need to do a couple of things to this NURB sphere. So I'm going to go ahead and name it Sky Dome. First thing we need to do is go to the attribute editor, and we want to go to the render stats and make sure that it doesn't cast a shadow and it doesn't receive a shadow. That's very, very important. Alright, and also we want to go to edit NURBs and reverse surface direction. So this way the normals will be pointing on the inside. I'm going to zoom in to find our Morphe guy. He's right over here. And I'm going to go ahead also to lock my ground plane. So this way, let me name this, get organized. Light layer. I'm going to name this ground layer. Alright, so Morphe is now inside the ground plane. As you can see, it doesn't seem to, you can also move it up and down to bring it to what you like for it to see. Right, I'm going to bring it down so that it's actually sitting on the ground plane that I have created for Morphe. Okay, something like that. I'm going to go to my shot cam to make sure that I'm still seeing the sky dome. I'm going to bring it down slightly. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that my ground plane, so if I put it on the wireframe view, you can see that I want to make sure that the ground plane is actually on the ground. I mean, the sky dome is actually on the ground, because when it was, the Morphe is in the center of the grid. So if I turn on the grid, you see that Morphe is right here in the center. So you need to make sure that your ground plane is placed correctly in your scene. And go back to my shot cam view. So this is what I have so far. Okay, I'm going to turn my lights back on and my shadows. Alright, with this sky dome selected, I'm going to right click, assign new material. You're going to assign a surface shader to it and it'll turn black. Okay, so this first video I'm going to show you how to create a simple gradient texture on it for Morphe. So you're going to go here to make sure you find the surface shader, and you can name it in a bit, but I'm going to go ahead and select that. In the out color, select the checker box and you are going to choose the RAM shader. Alright, now it's defaulted to black and white, and the VRAM I believe is going up and down. So we're going to first change the color. I want it to be a blue. So I'm going to click on the first color here and change it to a nice blue. It's pretty, not too dark, something like that. All right. I'm going to change this color to the lightest blue. So you can select the same color you had before by clicking right there. I'm going to lighten it pretty much like a saturation. Lighten the saturation so it's really, really light. So you have a range of going from dark to light. Turn on the texture so you can see what it looks like. And now you can kind of play around with it. So I'm going to change the RAM to a URAM. And now you can notice that the lighter part of the gradient is below and the darker part is on top. So if you want to reverse that, you can drag these two circles over like so. All right. And you can also have a little more gradient if I go in here and actually make this a little light darker. So with this color, I'm going to darken it quite a bit. Then I'm going to add another one here by clicking right there. I'm going to make this color lighter. Okay. So you can see that it goes from a gradation of light to dark to light. If you want to see some of the lights, you can kind of do that, and you can see the gradation, but I kind of like it the way it was before. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. Alright, so this is how you can create a simple sky drone as a backdrop for your model. I'm going to go ahead and render it so you can see what it looks like. And there you have it, a sky dome. Okay. The next video I'm going to show you how to put a picture in the sky dome instead of a gradient. So I'm going to stop it right here and I'll come back